Hi, I'm back again, and today we're making homemade chicken soup. Now I know it's still summer and it's hot, but my family wanted me to put this on a video, so we're going to try to do it today. Now when I make chicken soup, I use backs, the insides of the chicken, and I use the breast. Now if you wanted to put a whole chicken in, that's fine. I don't care for dark meat when I make chicken soup. So I cut up the pieces. I have the butcher cut it for me. I have the carrots, celery, and onions all cut up. I always put a little tomato sauce in my soup. It makes for a nice color. And that's the pasta. We'll talk about it later. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my chicken in the pot. These are the neck, the gizzards. If you don't want to use them, that's fine. But I feel it makes for a heartier soup. Okay? So that's all in. I happen to have a pot that has how many quarts I'm putting in. I don't usually measure, but I'm going to measure for everyone now. And I'm going to put in 3 quarts of cold water. You always start with cold water. Okay, so now I have my carrots, celery, and onions. You don't have to cut it. I just did it for convenience, because we're going to shred everything when it's in there anyway. So now I'm going to put everything in the pot. I used 3 stalks of celery. I used 4 medium carrots. And I used 2 medium onions. Okay? So that's all in the pot. And now I'm going to add some salt. I was told not to use a lot of salt, but I'm going to salt a little bit, okay?
How high is the flame?
And some black pepper.
How high the flame?
I would say on a high flame, because you want this to come to a quick boil. Excuse me. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to skim the top. There's going to be some foam. So you're going to skim the top of the chicken, the broth. And then once it comes to a full boil, you're going to lower it. You can put a cover on it if you like. And then just wait for everything to cook. Okay, also, I add a can of tomato sauce when I make my chicken soup. You don't have to, it's optional. But I love the color of it. So now we're going to put the cover on the chicken. And when it comes to a rapid boil, we're going to lift the cover and I'll show you what to do with the chicken, okay? The chicken soup is boiling. Now usually I get a lot more foam up here than I did today. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the chicken is leaner, but there's just very little. So all you're going to do is go over the chicken soup and skim off the top as much as you can with a slotted spoon. Okay, so I think we're about ready. Everything seems cooked. I'm going to take 1 carrot out to see if it's soft enough for me to cut. No, it's a little hard. Okay. So as soon as this, I would say another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to strain it, and we're going to add the pasta to it, and hopefully we can enjoy it. Okay, my pot of water is boiling, and I'm going to add my pasta. I don't put pasta in the soup because it would absorb too much of the liquid. So I always cook my pasta separate and then add it to the broth. You can use noodles, you can use rice, you don't have to use anything at all. But my family prefers this little pasta, and it's called Angie babe. It's very small, and that's what my family is used to having. So that's what we're going to put in. But you can use anything you like. Okay, Jonas and Javi are going to measure. They're my 2 helpers for today.
1 cup.
And they're going to measure the pasta, okay?
Hello, everybody. I'm new.
Okay, hold that up. And measure 1 cup. Tell me when we get to the top. I can't see.
Just flatten it out a little bit, maybe.
Okay, that's good. That's very good, okay? And we're going to add it to the pot. It's rapidly boiling, and I'm going to put in a little salt. Excuse me. Okay? And after you put pasta in boiling water, you should stir it immediately or it'll stick to the bottom of the pan. Okay, so that's boiling. And while that's boiling, I'm going to strain my soup. Okay, I'm getting ready to strain the soup. Wish me luck. So I always strain the soup because you don't know if there's any little bones or pieces that you don't want. Okay, we got it. Okay, and now I'm going to put this in here. We have the clear broth. Okay, we're going to put that back on the stove. Wait for the pasta to cook. Add it. And now we have to wait for this to really cool. And then we're going to do lots of shredding. Okay, I strained the pasta. I'm going to add it to my broth. Okay. And now, I usually always do this, but you don't have to. My kids, when they were little and they were having soup, I would scramble an egg, put some cheese in it, and it would look like egg drop soup. But some people in my family cannot digest cheese anymore. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put one scrambled egg just to show you what it's like. But if no one in your house has a dairy issue, at this point you would add some grated either Romano or Parmesan cheese. And then when this comes to a boil, you're going to string it around the soup. Okay. So you're just going to drizzle it. And this will cook. By the time the soup is warm, this will cook. And now, hopefully, we can shred that chicken. You see how it's all stringy? You see how nice that looks? So, you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. And that looks very nice. I have everything that is strained out of the soup. And I'm going to tell you what I use and what you're free to use. I do not use any skin in my soup. I do not like celery. I only use it for flavor. Nor do I use the onions, nor the parts, the gizzards, the heart, the liver. I discard that. But if you want to use it, by all means, there's nothing wrong with it. It's all cooked. So what I do now, I take the skin off, and I try to shred everything. My carrots, I cut, and my chicken without the skin, I shred. And then we're going to add it to the soup that's already cooked, and then we're ready to eat. See how nice that shreds? Okay, and you're going to add it all to the soup. I shredded my chicken and my carrots. That's what I put in my soup. But if you are more than welcome to put anything else you like, celery, onions. The egg came to a boil and it's all done. And now all I have to do is add my chicken and carrots. Look how yummy that looks. Okay, it's all nice and everything's in there. So now if you want to subscribe, it's Angie's Home Cooking. And if you have ideas for recipes that you would like me to make, I'd be more than happy to do it, okay? Thank you so much.